Welcome back, everybody, to Conan Exiles. I'm the Bearded OG, and in this episode, we are going to do some armor upgrades, both for ourselves and 3 of our thralls. And then we're going to go do some story mode stuff. I have the Staff of the Triumvirate here, and we're going to take that to the Tower of Bats, and that will advance the main storyline. And we may also go to back to the Unnamed City to talk to the Warmaker and the Archivist and also get the map room. So that is a plan for today's episode. Okay, so in the Garrison's armor bench here with Work, who is our shield, right? So for maximum armor, Chalkus is a temporite, so he would give more durability, but I think we're going to go with more armor. We're going to make ourselves, for us, we are going to make ourselves the Skelios set. The Skelos set. This is really good armor because it gives 5% agility weapon damage, follower damage 10%, and concussive damage. So it's really good armor. I'm still ultimately going to want the Ranger set. And if you guys did not catch the last episode, we did a multiplayer session on Friday evening where we all, there was 4 of us, and we all started the dungeon delve journey, and we got as far as the Well of Skelos. So we did that. We still have Sunken City, Silver Mine, Warmaker Sanctuary, and Wine Cellar to do. So we're planning on doing those in our next multiplayer session. Okay, so let me see. I think I'm done. I'm done with all of the armor. Yeah, I finished Master Armor, so I've done all the armor journeys themselves. Let's go ahead and hop into here, and we'll type in Skelos, and we want to make ourselves with Work activated, we want to make ourselves the robe. Now, this does, and by the way, this is medium armor, so we're going to beef it up with some thick padding afterwards just to give ourselves even more armor. So right now, this does 242 armor. I don't know if that's taking into account Work. Yeah, because he's going to add another 44% armor value to that. So I'm not sure if this stat here is already taking this into account or not. So let's go ahead and craft it, and we'll see if it comes out even higher than 242. And you know what? We're going to be crafting all of these anyway, so we might as well just queue them all up. When we're finished with this, we're going to then craft 3 sets of redeemed Silent Legion armor for our thralls, because we got that armor in the Black Keep. Okay, so this has an armor value of 242. So I guess that already takes into account Work's bonuses. How come? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, see, it shows the little shield icon indicating that it was made by a shield, right? Now, just out of curiosity, if we look at... let's look at you for a minute. A Sumerian Heavy has 350. That's just normal armor without any specializations or anything. Okay, I just wanted to see what that comparison will be. Now, if we take it, though, and put a thick armor plating on this, now it's 254. So that only increased it by 12 more armor. I was thinking we would get a little more than that, but apparently not. Okay, fair enough. So let's grab the other pieces. We got the helmet, the hands, the feet are just about done, and then it's going to do the skirt. We'll also pad those up, and then we'll wear them and compare our new armor value to our current. So if we go to attributes, if we go to stats, it should show us our total. Okay, so our total armor value right now is 574, and that's with wearing Well, here, we should put this back on. That's what the Dark Templar set. So, oh, I guess it shows us this here. Okay, so we're actually at 660 with the Dark Templar set. But remember, the Dark Templar set is a heavy set of armor, but it's just a tier 1 set. Even though I do have the padding on all of those too. So I'm pretty sure we're going to probably... I'm certain that we're not going to have as much armor with this new set, but we're going to have all the other bonuses instead. Okay, so let's go ahead and add that, and that. Okay, so right now we're at 660. And we're, oh my god. We're at 954. How did I miscalculate all that? Oh, right. Okay, so this... Yeah, okay, so this actually has pretty low armor value. So I was thinking, you know, I was thinking about the Sumerian stats, the Sumerian armor stats. So, okay, so no, we just increased our armor then by another 30-ish%. Plus, now we have the agility and the concussive and the follower damage on top of all of that. That is very cool. Okay, so right now, I'm still probably going to keep the Silent Legion look, except for right now I'm using the Slave Forged Sacrificial Shackles for the hand, so we'll have to update those to the Silent Legion armor when we make that. Okay, very cool. Now, once again, with work as our selected thrall, I believe I calculated that I need to get rid of this old armor. I probably won't be wearing it again. I'm just going to throw it all in here for now because I'm getting pretty full. Right, okay. We're going to need a little more star metal. I've got some star metal cooking up, but I also have quite a bit in here too. So we'll add those into there. Okay, I think we'll have enough components now to make... Let's go Legion. To make the redeemed set. Now, unfortunately, the boots, the bonus for the boots and the leggings are lost on thralls. Because stamina and carry weight doesn't matter for a thrall. But I'm still going to make these anyways because they have an enormous amount of armor. So it's still going to benefit them from that standpoint. Okay, so we basically need to make 3 sets of each of these. And I need to get 15 perfected heavy padding. And I've got 48 there. And that stuff we just gotten from looting, you know, mobs at the Unnamed City and other places. Okay, so we should be able to make 3 full sets of all of this. So let's start by making 3 chest piece. 3 leggings. 3 helmets, 3 boots, and 3 gauntlets. Okay, when that's all finished, I'm going to also put heavy padding on or thick plating, so I need a total of 15 of these. So we'll get the padding on, and then we're going to put this on Snow Hunter, Dalencia, and Cathibria, because these are kind of my 3, currently my 3 main thralls that I travel around with. As far as the rest of the thralls, I'm not planning on outfitting them, at least not right now, maybe way down the road. When we have resources to burn, I might do that. But for now, I'm just going to focus on the ones that I'm actually using. And then if we switch over, you know, to a new thrall to replace one of these, then we'll just switch their armor out. Okay, so I will bring you guys back when all of this stuff is ready to go, and I'll show you what the final comparison results are. Okay, so let's start with Snow Hunter here. So she has armor value of 992 with the full. Well, actually, she's got. This isn't a Sumerian helmet. That's just a normal heavy helmet. I do have, just out of curiosity, I do have on you the one and only Sumerian helmet that I've gotten to drop so far. You got Aja's Bane too, don't you? Okay. So if we put this on her, that brings her armor value up to 1112. And I'm just going to put this back on him for now. Okay. And I've got really bad rolls. Well, I shouldn't say really bad, but not ideal rolls on Snow Hunter. Resourceful Skulker's not great. It gives her a lot of health, but it removes her strength, and then Deadeye removes her strength too. So I'm going to use an Elixir of Rebirth at some point and probably re-roll her. But anyway, as we can see then, she has 11%. I don't know if this will reflect her armor or not. So, because all the Sumerian armor is health. Yeah, each one of these gives 20 health. So she's probably going to lose a little bit of health. But let's go ahead and... So right now she's 1112, right? 1112. So let's put this armor on her. The hands and the leggings. These are all the redeemed. Okay, so now she's up to 1627. So we massively increased her armor. Right, okay. I need to put down a fashionist table to remove the helmet. Even though it is kind of badass looking, isn't it? And then the other thing I wanted to look at is, did this change these values here? I don't know, did it? Strength bonus is 27%. I wasn't... Oh, yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. Okay. I wasn't sure if that just reflected, you know, built-in stats or if it also included armor, but it obviously it does, so. Okay, so let's load her back up. And then we'll do the same thing for Cathibria. So Cathibria is actually an agility thrall, and she has Universal Warrior, which is good, and Perseverance, which isn't too bad. So, you know, she's not a bad fighter thrall in her own right. And right now I have, the Silent Legion armor is not going to give her any agility buffs. But that's okay. It's more important that she's super, super tough. So, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah, I'm right now I have her using Graceful Knight because it is an agility weapon. I might change that to something else later, but that's what I have her using right now. Okay, so her current armor value is 1246. Well, she's got to keep... Oh, that's right. I shouldn't have made the extra helmet for her because she has to have this on. That's all right. Okay, so we'll give her this, not that, this, and this. That brings her up to 1598 armor value. And again, it shouldn't have affected her agility, but it should have boosted her strength bonus a little bit. And her health also is 3308. I didn't do the health comparison. Her health is 3559, so still a huge health pool. So right now, the Lincia has a health pool of 3897 and armor of 1016. Okay, so she barely lost a little bit of health, only like 30 some odd points. But now she has also an armor value of 1651, and her strength bonus is 28%. All right, so we just made these straws like mega tough. What I'm going to do, too, is I'm going to borrow these for a second, and I'm going to put those in this slot here so that we actually have the appearance of wearing those gauntlets. I'm not sure about the Assassin's Mask, if I'm going to keep that appearance-wise. We'll see what the Skelos set looks like first. Okay, my Fashionist bench is down at the river base. I don't have one set up here. And I'm just going to put all of this armor in here. Should probably just melt all that stuff down. We'll hang on to this redeemed helmet. What does that give? That gives strength weapon damage. Yeah, but I mean, our bearer is our bearer. We can't not have a bearer pack. All right, so is what it is. Okay, we'll put that stuff in there. Oh, a couple other things too. If you didn't watch yesterday's episode, our multiplayer episode, we picked up some pretty nice weapons. I picked up Heart's Blood daggers, which are some of the best daggers in the game because they have both bleed and gouging, which are mutually exclusive of each other and both stack to 20. 19 armor pen, 44 health damage. I kind of screwed up though. I should not have used these until I could put a fitting on them. But, you know, we'll probably come across them again. I believe we found this, and we also found Musashi's Black Blade. And same thing, I shouldn't have started using it until I could put a fitting on it, but both of these dropped from the Jebel Sog dungeon, or the Midnight Grove dungeon, which we ran like 3 times, and the damn thing never gave us credit, so we ended up having to use admin command to advance the journey steps, so that was kind of broken. Additionally, in yesterday's episode, we got Beck de Corbin. So this is an agility 2-handed mace. So 66 damage, sunder, and 49% armor penetration. I got 2 Huntress bows. And fortunately, I started using this one again. I shouldn't have, but fortunately, we actually had 2. So this one, we should be able to put an advanced weapon damage kit. So right now it does 26 health, 9% armor pen, and it gives bonus agility. I don't know how much bonus agility, but if we put this on, we just bumped it up to 32 from 26. So let's put this in here. Now, if we look at our stats, so damage from agility is 44. Okay, and then if we equip this bow, damage from agility. Okay, well, it dropped because we're not... Yeah, I'm not... Let's put something else in our hand, like this, that's not going to give us any agility damage. Because I had Heart's Blood, so we weren't really seeing what we needed to see. Okay, so right now it says 0 damage from agility. So now if we equip this... This still doesn't really tell us, though, how much additional agility damage it's giving us. So I don't know how we can tell that. So anyway, it's a nice bow, though, a really nice bow. So if and when we come across another set of Heart's Bloods and or Musashi's Black Blade, this is one of the best katanas in the game. It does cripple and bleed. 13 armor pen, 74 health damage. I'll bring them back here, you know, and put a weapon fitting on them, so that way they're improved even more. The other weapon that we found of note was the Hawk's Blade. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. We got this in the Midnight Grove as well. This is a strength weapon. It's a one-handed strength weapon. Does 9 armor pen, 60 damage, but it also does severe and cripple. So severe is basically another application independent of cripple that also cripples. And I think it like knocks them down to like 2% movement speed for 2 seconds or something. So this is supposed to be a really, really good weapon too. So I suppose we could give one of our thralls this weapon. And we should also, because we haven't used it yet, we should also be able to increase its damage even more with one of these. If we gave this to one of you three, which one of you again has the best strength? You got a 27% strength bonus. You have a 28% strength bonus currently. And right now you've got Aja's Bane, which is 66, 28 with Executioner, versus 66 with 9, but both cripple and severe. So the advantage if we gave her that weapon to use is she would slow the enemies. I don't know if she would consistently slow them though. So I don't know. I'm still thinking having Executioners is really nice. I think we'll have her just keep Aja's Bane. But we might use this other weapon at some point. Okay. Cool. Now for ourselves. We're going to go into here and we're going to wait. No, we already did that. Never mind. Getting ahead of myself. Okay, so yeah, we increased our armor by about 30% by putting this on from what we were wearing before, so that's going to help tremendously. But then again, you know, now we have extra agility weapon damage. You know, it's interesting that... Here, let's put this away. It's interesting that that's not reflected here with this armor on. Yeah, I don't know. But really nice set that we have here because, again, it's going to also boost our thralls. Now, what does the mask look like? That's pretty badass. It's not... doesn't quite match, though. Because we're kind of mostly in black themes, you know, with the Silent Legion stuff. I still think this looks better. I think we'll just keep the Assassin's Mask look. I also did a respec too, so this is my current spec. Full agility, with our bonuses being dead shot for this bonus and the other bonus. I went normally I would do extended leap, but I did rolling thrust here because I wanted to spec for damage, and specifically for taking on some more of the world bosses, soloing those world bosses. And then I maxed out grit. So our middle bonus is stamina regenerating 20% faster. I just like that faster stamina regen, even though the stout would have given us more armor. And then we have Steel Feud. You cannot take more than 33% of your maximum health and damage per hit. Shield Master was the other one, but I'm just not much of a shield user. And so I figured that one would serve us better in the long run. Okay, ladies and gents, I think we are ready to set out here. Is this fully charged? It is now. So we got a couple of things of grog for boost. I'm pretty sure we can't have a jungle grog and also assaulted exquisite meat simultaneous buffs. I think they cancel each other out. We have 4 of those. Why don't we make some more of this? Here we go. Salted exquisite meat. Let's make, say, I've got 4. Let's make 11 more, so we'll eat one and then we'll have a stack of 10. So we'll get those cooked up. And let's see, anything else to tell you? I expanded this deck out a little bit more just so I would have more room for, you know, maybe a few more stations. But remember, this is not our permanent base. It's just our temporary place until I can quit fucking around and figure out where I'm going to actually build the permanent base. So yeah. Went out and gathered, you know, the usual stuff. Some more iron, more stone. Right now we're working on smelting down the rest of my star metal ore. You were making steel bars. I could make... you're making just normal brick and you're making hardened brick. I haven't really had to make hardened steel because I've been getting a good supply of it from here. And honestly, I've got so much extra armor and weapons that I'm probably not ever going to use that I should probably just be melting all of that stuff down too. But that'll be a task for another day. Put that back in there. And we'll get these. Oh, I guess I miscounted, so I got 15. Whatever. Unless we get a bonus. No, I miscounted it. That's okay. Alright, so let's eat one of those. And I think we're ready to go. I'm not going to take the Numidian with me. It's useful when I'm out farming because I can automatically repair my tools, but you can't repair legendary tools. So I think we'll just go with that. Let's see, I've got a stack of arrows. Let's get a few more hardened steel arrows. Thing is I got to really watch my... yeah, we'll take a full stack. I have to really watch my encumbrance because, you know, I only have one thingamadoodle in expertise, so we get encumbered real easily. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Do I have any more of the potions? I made a whole shit ton of these potions. Yeah, here we go. So let's make sure... In fact, maybe we'll take 2 stacks. Oh, you know what else we need? Come to think of it. Yeah, let's grab 2 stacks of those. Spectre coating, which is really heavy. Let's just have... because we might try some more unnamed city world bosses. So let's have you carry that because it's, like I said, it's very heavy. And I think we're ready to head out. So... what we're going to do is we're going to go... I think we're going to go to the unnamed city first before we go to the Tower of Bats. By the way, the Tower of Bats is right here. We haven't actually discovered it yet, but I know where it is. And I want to talk to the archivist. I want to get the knowledge for the map room, and I want to talk to the War Maker. After we do that, and that's going to give us some story stuff, then we're going to head over to Tower of Bats and do that part of the main story. And then after that, we'll see where we are. Okay, so let's take our camel here. Camelot. Except for I need to tell you guys to follow me. If I put this on, is it going to be too bright? Eh, it's not too bad. So you follow, and you don't hit your thrall. What the hell, man? You follow. I should probably give you guys some gruel because that encourages strength percentages. And because Cathibria is turning out to be an agility, what's the agility food? Vitality. Oh, it's cooked fish. I don't have any cooked fish, at least not here. Enhanced grill does strength and agility. Alright. We should probably... Do I have any enhanced gruel? Should probably put a fish trap down somewhere nearby. I mean, I've got one down by the river. Oh, here we go. What does that do? Oh, that gives armor. Okay. Well, let's just give Cathibria the enhanced gruel for now. And then I need to get a fishing solution going. Okay. Alright, guys. Well, you know what? If we're going to do a fishing solution, we should do it on the way. Do I have that learned? Because I had to reset my knowledge. We want to go to survival. Fisher. And we need a construction hammer to make that. Got stuff all over the fucking place. And then to make the fish trap itself, which I think's under farming, we need shaped wood and twine. So why don't we make a couple of these? So 20 shaped wood, 20 twine. Oh my god, that's blinding me. There's no room to move around here. $20 shaped wood. I think I have twine over here. 20 twine. And then we're going to also need to put some bait in it, but I think I'll just use my sickle on some bushes to get bugs when we get over there. Okay. Now we're ready to go. Come on. Okay, so you can't... Sometimes it's hard to mount up when your thralls are in the way. There we go. Okay, so... Let's see. We're going to go... Where are we at? We're right here. I think we'll just go down to this lake here, and we'll just put a couple fish traps along the shore. Okay, so we'll stick a trap there, and a trap there. And then let's just go get a bunch of bugs. Alright guys, so we have a black rhino world boss here. So I figured let's, the unnamed city is right over there, so it was on the way. So let's go ahead and put down a bedroll. And we'll also have all of you guys stay here. And let's go ahead and do this boss solo, and then we can farm it after that, as per our gameplay rules. I think we'll use the daggers. Well, we'll probably use a combination of archery and the daggers on this guy. So, yeah, let's do this. I don't actually have any poison arrows on me. So that's something I'm going to have to do. So we should have a lot better stamina than we did during our last fights. But we still have to mind it. We get both the bleeding stacks and the gouge stacks up to 20 on this guy, and he should go down pretty quickly. So, try not to run ourselves out of stamina here. Oh, god damn it, I'm stuck. Okay. We lost our stacks too, but that's alright. he's kind of stuck now. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, you want to... You've had enough, huh? Guess we got a little too far out of his zone, so he's getting some of his health back. I'm stuck. Come on, stamina. It's just about down. Okay, there we go. So we've earned the right to farm this boss with our thralls. And any other... there's at least one other boss like this that's over by Sepper Maru. I think I'll take the Witchfire just to keep ourselves light. I don't think we'll take any of that other stuff. And let's get the key off of him. And we're probably going to get... Sandstorm... beasties. The other thing too that didn't really show you guys what the look of the actual armor is that we're wearing. That's what it with this too. Yeah, that's what it actually looks like. It's kind of cool, I suppose, but except for we need this on too. Yeah, that's what it actually looks like. But I like the look of the other stuff better. And a beast just came in. Die! And one more. Should be all we get. Okay, let's get the glands. Okay, this is a big dragon world boss. I think we're going to try this one too. Probably going to be a little tougher than the rhino boss. So let's go over here. I'm going to have to really mind stamina because I'm going to be doing a lot of dodging and rolling. So we're just going to have to, you know, go in a couple hits, back out, watch stamina, go in a couple hits, back out, and not, you know, not get too greedy with this guy. Might be good to fight him down there where it's nice and flat too, or pull him up over the ridge. Building's not allowed here. Why the hell not? Too close to the city? There we go. Okay. Alright, all y'all stay there. Cripple's not really going to be useful for this fight. We got 13 armor pen, 74 damage. 19 armor pen, 44 damage. But I believe the gouging and the bleed are going to matter. Yeah, we have agility, weapon damage. Wait a minute. What happened to my food? Did I put it on you? Oh, for Pete's sake. What the hell did I do with my salted exquisite meat? I did something with it. Well, we still have the buff for an hour and a half, so... Damn. Okay, yeah, let's do the daggers again. And I think... Let's see, I don't want to pull the boss too far away, or it'll reset. So I guess maybe just in this area here we'll do the trick. Okay, here goes nothing. Okay, get a couple applications on, and then stay away from that. Okay, a couple hits. Okay, we don't want that to happen. I'm not used to the moveset. Oh, fuck, man. They really caught us there, didn't they? Okay, let's take one of these. One hit, get out. Okay. Gotta wait for our stamina to come back. Okay. Managed to avoid that. God damn, that's fast. Okay. Okay, get out. Okay, let's take a pot. Okay, that gives us an opportunity to get a lot of hits in, because they're kind of just doing their thing right there. Okay, we got nabbed a little bit by that. Take one hit and then get out. Stamina. Okay. I'm waiting for my stamina to come back before I do anything. Okay. Rest for a second. There we go. Tail swipe. Okay. Out, out, out. Out! Oh, I thought they were going to do their fire thing. Now they are. Yeah, I misread that. Got to get used to the moves here. So it kind of does a spring back vibration tell them a thingamadoodle, you know, where they're telling you about what they're ready to do. Telegraph. I think that's what they call that. Yeah, that's the best move there, because it gives you so much opportunity to do some pew-pew. Okay. I thought I had rolled out of that one, but I guess not. Oh, come on, man. I can't even hit it. Whew. Okay. I was at a really bad angle there. All right, we've killed our first adult dragon. Yay, us. What do we get? Hardened steel punching. Nah, we'll take the perfected and that. I'm going to leave the rest of the stuff because that stuff is very easy to make. And we should also get a legendary, or sorry, a skelly key off of you. Ooh, actually, we might keep. I don't care about the dragon head, or the demon blood, or the sulfur, but I think we'll keep the rest of that stuff because that's fairly rare. What the hell's going on out there? Oh, you know what, though? I don't have any actual food. So irritating. I don't know what I did with all that shit. We don't need normal leather. And I also did that fight with my fucking sandstorm mask on, so that was smart. Not. Oh, can't take me anywhere. Okay. Here. Might as well put this stuff on you, too. I don't even need the construction hammer. Let's just toss it. Alright, so we've earned the right to farm that boss with our thralls. I need to make... I guess I need to make a campfire. And make some normal food just to eat. I guess I could eat gruel. Can I eat gruel? Doesn't give me a whole lot of nutrition. Alright, let's kill this deer, and we'll just build a little campfire to get some savory meat cooking up, so we have something to eat. I don't have a harvesting tool, so let's use this. It only gave us 12. Is there another one? Oh, there's a kudo up there. Didn't tell my peeps to follow me. Alright, that's good. Enough. Gives us 32. What do I need to make the basic campfire? I need 4 branches, 10 stones. Okay, I went back over to the lagoon to get a drink, and the black rhino had respawned, so we killed him, got some roasted haunch from that guy, and I also made up a whole bunch of rawhide bedrolls that we'll just keep on Camelot. Let us go into the unnamed city, and our destination first is the library, and we'll talk to the archivist, and then we'll also go in and talk to, or after that, go talk to the war maker. Now, there is another world boss, actually, now that I think about it, that pats along this path somewhere over here. He's one of them skeleton lizard guys. There he is. Okay, so let's have everybody just chillax over here. Oh, right, I can't do a bedroll inside the city. Well, we got this one here. That's not crazy far away if we had to run back. So, go with that. Now, I could still use my daggers on this guy because gouge will still work, bleed will not. But gouge will. Or we could go more for just raw damage with the katana. I think we're going to go with... Well, we could do a little... Oh, shit. He's coming all the way over here. Okay. It's on now. Let's bring him away from our thralls. Maybe we'll try a little bit of both. Hey! Where did he go? Oh, he's attacking the thralls. Alright, well...
Die! My claws are sharp. Are yours in the wrong fight?
I can't really stop the fight now, so...
Soon, my...
What I'm gonna do is I won't loot him.
Wither and terror, fool!
Watch me just sorely regret this now. The shank, what does those do? Legendary, cripple, bleed, armor pin 18, health 45. Yeah, those aren't really... Embellish amphora. I don't know what the hell that is. Those at most would be a side grade to Heart's Blood and probably not even as good because they don't have gouge. So, yeah, we're just going to leave that because we didn't officially earn it. It is what it is. Okay, let's get back on track and head down into the library. I think there's a story stone thingy over here. See what this has to say.
Here is the place that has been set aside for your people, Bonded One. Here, you can find rest and succor between errands. Breeding is encouraged. We can always use more servants.
Let's kill this guy. We can, we've already soloed him, so we can just kill him with our followers.
You will never return to your death. Die! Gods take you! Terror, fool! You picked the wrong fight! Soon my teeth will taste your throat!
Heated argument. Heated. That wait, does that mean it helps you with cold? I don't know. We'll take all of that stuff. Let me look that up. I bookmarked the wiki page that talks about all of the you know, the status effects. So for heated, okay, yeah, it doesn't say, so I'm not sure what that does. If we look at our stats, right now we have that much cold resistance, so 6 bars. If I equip this, no, it didn't change that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what heated does, and it's not on the wiki. So, if you guys know, let me know in the comments. I wish it would just tell you right here what it did. You know? Like have a little tooltip pop up or something. Let's go check the chests over here. Or the chest. Okay, we'll take the Grandmaster. I don't need the silver bar. Alrighty, let's go talk to the archivist. Are there any chests in here? Don't think so. Maybe in here? Empty. Really? Okay, that's weird. Dizzy from thirst, eh? Put that down there. Okay, that gets us up to 85%. All right, get ready for some story stuff, peeps. If you already know this or you're not interested or whatever, just fast forward the video because I think this is going to take a little while. So let's see what this dude's got to say. Oh, we got to get a little closer. Okay, we get to basically stare at his crotch while we talk to him.
Do not be afraid, bonded one. I am just a shadow, a whisper of what once was. Before the fall, when this kingdom raised knighted pillars of black stone to the sky, I was called the Archivist.
Okay, cartographer is what allows us to make the map room, and then we can teleport to all the obelisks that we've been touching. Let's keep the story going here.
Have you come to seek a way free of the bonding bracelet, human? There is only one chance, and a very slim one at that. You must assemble the items of power that were present at its creation. The diadem of the Giant Kings, the mask of the Witch Queen, the tears of two races, the star of the champion, the heart of the sands, the shining trapezohedron, and the serpent ring of Set. I fear I set you an impossible quest, human.
Okay, so those are all the items that we need to get. I already have the shining trapezohedron because we got that last night during the multiplayer session. I don't have any of the other stuff yet, though. We did do Black Keep, but I forgot to grab Tears of Two Races, so that's okay. We're going to go do it again anyway, so.
The diadem of the Giant Kings was once worn upon the brow of the Priest King. He fell in battle with Tyros, the Deathbringer, in the battlefields of the north. More than that, I cannot say. The Priest King was the most passionate and most volatile among us. I fear his downfall will not have been a simple matter. The Witch Queen of Lemuria was our great enemy in the dying days of our race. Her people came to us as refugees. But even as they took our succor, they plotted our downfall. She was present at the creation of the bracelet, lending her power to ours. Her fate is unknown to me, but she always ruled from her city in the swamp to the east.
Okay.
The tears of two races were simple to obtain when we performed the ritual. We simply took our tears and combined them. But who is left to weep for both races? Although tales persist of Tyros the Deathbringer, he was born of both races. Our blood mingled with theirs. Perhaps his tears could be enough to fulfill the requirement. Obtaining them would be quite the feat.
Okay, that'll be the Black Keep.
The star of the champion lies buried beneath the sands of the arena in the east. I remember well the day that Tyros killed the mighty dragon. He wept to defeat such a noble creature. He placed the star upon its brow. As far as I know, there it remains.
Okay, so that's the skeleton undead dragon in the sinkhole that we'll have to fight.
The heart of the sands, or simply the Scourge Stone, was an artifact of power. The Priest King used it to create a weapon, the Sandstorm, that he swore would be our salvation. He gave it to the Warmaker to unleash upon our enemies. As far as I know, it was destroyed in the attempt. But perhaps the Warmaker has more insight.
Okay, so we'll go talk to the Warmaker about how we put that back together.
The Serpent Ring of Set. It was our most powerful artifact. It was kept in a tomb beneath the city. Then one day, a human came. He had all the words and signs of power. He passed through every ward and trap we had put in place. He took the serpent ring of Set, and he left. If you wonder why you wear the bracelet, wonder no more. It must have been this man who called himself Tohamon. Dedicate yourself to recovering the other artifacts. You will not recover the serpent ring of Set as long as you are trapped in this empire. Perhaps it will be enough.
Okay.
When you have the artifacts, you must place them on the receptacle north of here. Once you have filled this vessel with the artifacts of power, it will create a keystone. To remove your bracelet, all that is required is to touch it with the keystone. And then, mortal, you will be free. But freedom will mean giving up all that these lands have come to offer you. So choose wisely.
Okay.
How did I die? I was betrayed by your kind. In a place called the Circle of Swords. I went in good faith to meet the Witch Queen. She had promised peace. I was cut down. My bones were left to rot in the wind. And yet, my spirit has always belonged to the Archives, human. And so, I am here. And here, I shall remain.
Okay. Okay, so that's his whole conversation there.
Assemble the items of power.
All right, so we learned here, let's get away from him.
The mask of the Witch Queen.
So we learned Cartographer, which will allow us to make a map room. Not sure where that's at, so let's go Cartographer. There we go. And then once we have this down, then we can use it to teleport to all the obelisks. All right, so yeah, a little bit of lore there. And, you know, anybody doing this for the very first time, what he told us would have been, you know, fairly cryptic if you didn't know what to look for. Of course I do, because I've already beaten this entire game in the past. But basically what we got to do is we got to hit the dungeons that he mentioned, or at least alluded to, which are not all the dungeons in the game, just some specific dungeons, and get those pieces. And then once we have all those pieces, we use them to assemble a key that will unlock the bracelet. So that is how the main story of the game ends. Now we're going to go over here and talk to the War Maker, who's going to give us even more information and more lore. So the thing I don't remember if this is explained or not, but the interesting thing about the War Maker is he still seems to be here in the flesh and not just a ghosty. So maybe they will, or he will explain that when we talk to him. I don't remember. All right, let's take that and that. And then in there is another world boss that we'll have to defeat if we want to farm them. It's a big snake boss. Okay, let's see what the War Maker has to say.
I smell you, human. The stench of your kind has not improved throughout the eons. Ashes and dust, human. Ashes and dust. All that remains of what once were. An echo of an echo. In my mind, I still walk the streets of our city. The iron scent of blood as I pass the temple of the old serpent. The thrumming power in my veins as I chant the ritual of summoning. The intoxication and ecstasy of knowledge. Ashes and dust. When the world was shattered, your people came to us as refugees. We were generous. We gave them the wild north. They built a city there amongst the trees and practiced weird sciences and worshipped their demon gods. For 1,000 years, there was peace and trade among our peoples. But your kind is ever seeking, ever grasping, ever multiplying. War was inevitable, and when it came, it was terrible. bracelet, when the war between our peoples began, we created such to bend the prisoners of war to our bidding. My kind are long-lived and slow to replenish our numbers, and as we dwindled in the war, we increasingly came to rely on human prisoners to provide us with labor. To that end, we created the bracelets, to bond your kind, to control your movements, to allow you to understand our language, and to prevent your kind from escaping. But that was an eon ago. To what purpose they have now been attuned, I cannot say.
Okay.
I was one of the triumvirate that ruled this land. The archivist concerned himself primarily with the collection of knowledge, and the priest king had dominion over our spirits and the rituals of our faith. My people called me the War Maker, for it was my duty to keep them safe, and for a while I did my duty. I held the northern passages against the humans, together with the archivist. I established the watchtowers to warn us of the coming of the humans. They burn still, bonded one. When their color changes, it is because those of your kind have crossed the borders to our kingdom with the intent to slay, burn, and kill. In the end, we were betrayed. During a skirmish in the north, the humans revealed a new weapon, forged of their strange science. It smashed through the ranks of my troops, turning those captured in its blast into solid stone. Those who survived fled south to lick our wounds. During this moment of weakness, the priest king came to me with a proposal. A new ritual to counter the human sciences. A powerful magic to scour the landscape and drive them forth. In desperation, I agreed. Do you understand, human? In ages past, this was the most fertile land in our empire. And then I unleashed the magic that created the sandstorm. And I lost control of it. I betrayed my people to a slow, dwindling doom. I've been alone in the darkness for a long time, human. Few have come to me over the eons. But there was a man who came here years ago. I had not spoken with another being for thousands of years, and there was a hunger in me for conversation. He did not wear a bracelet as you do, so he learned my speech, and he listened to me talk of this city and what it once was. And for a while, as I described it to him, it lived again in my mind. Perhaps I spoke too much. When I told him of the greatest artifact of our religion, the Serpent Ring of Set, he left me to search for it. And now your kind come into my city again, wearing the slave bonds and disturbing the dead. Time has taught me that coincidences are simply patterns that I have not yet understood. Dust.
Okay, so that's
All that
it.
remains of what we once were. I see that you
Yeah,
wear the
that's it for
bracelet
his conversation. Okay,
between our
so yeah, interesting lore there. Talks about how, I guess, long time ago, there was a breaking of the world, whatever the fuck that means. And it drove the humans to these guys, whatever this race is, their land. And they got along for 1,000 years or so. Humans got greedy, started war. These guys got pissed, so they enslaved the humans. Then the humans came up with some other kind of voodoo witchcraft to really put the hurt on those guys. And then those guys invented the sandstorm, but to drive the humans out. But the sandstorm got out of control, and to this day, it still passes through the region, causing havoc. So that's that's it in a nutshell. Okay, so let's see here. We could go see if I can solo the set boss there. I don't have a dancer with me though, so we're gonna take some. There's lots of corruption in there, so we might hold off on that until I can bring a dancer. But we do need to also kill the commander. So let's go take him out, and then maybe after that we'll go see if we can kill the Bat Demon boss. The Bat Demon boss will drop a trident, and the trident, if you equip it, allows you to breathe underwater, which will we'll need later on when we go to the sunken city. But I think it's a fairly rare drop, so I don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll drop right away. Okay, so let's do. We were here before, and we got a whole bunch of trash that we got to kill first, and then once we get them out of the way, we will. I'll take on the commander there. So I want to. Let's grab this out of your inventory and just make sure our food's topped off. Let's also make sure our water's topped off. So we don't want that stuff going dry on us while we're in the middle of a fight. Okay. I don't know how long Spectre coating lasts. But my plan is to... I think we're going to try... Wait, cannot apply Spectre coating to this? Why not? Really? Okay. Same thing here? Well, for Pete's sake, that's useless. I don't know why I can't apply Spectre coating to them. Maybe because they're legendary and or because they're damaged? I have no idea. Nah, being damaged wouldn't make sense. Alright, well, so much for that idea. Okay, anyway, let's get the trash out of here. And of course my arrows aren't working. We'll deal with the archers. Okay, let's just check these guys really quick for the stuff that we want to loot. In fact, you guys all just go over there and stop following. Okay, so once again, this is going to give us cripple, but it's not going to last long enough to really matter. 13 armor pin, 74 health. These are going to give us 19 armor pin, 44 health, but also gouging, which will stack. I don't know. I'm feeling the katana though. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and do the katana. All right, here goes nothing. This guy's got another long reach. Got a mind stamina. Watch out for his combos. And he's down. Okay, that went pretty well. Actually, the cripple did help some, just because he, wasn't rushing me so much. War Mammoth boots. That's carrying capacity boots. Interesting. Okay. Then we'll take, of course, all of this stuff. We will get... oh, right. We don't get skelly keys off these guys. Okay, let's call our peeps and then we'll go over and check the chest. And now we've earned the right to farm this boss with our thralls. Let's see what we have. We'll take the Insidian, the Star Metal. I think I'm going to leave the rest of that. And then just a bunch of treasure. Alright, let's go attempt the Bat boss. And then after that we'll leave Unnamed City and head over to the Tower of Bats to continue the story. Can I go up this way? See, this is another fight that I should probably ideally have a dancer with me, but we'll try it without and see how we do. We're definitely going to use the daggers on him because we'll be able to do full bleed and full gouge. Alright, we're in good shape food, water-wise. We're healthy. Let's go do this. The aviary. Didn't quite get far enough away from him. Rats. Missed an opportunity to get a bunch of stacks on him. He's got some reach. Alright, stamina. Okay. Now stack him up. Beautiful. Didn't hit the... Alright, let's pop one of these. You did. All right, nice. And we got Riptide. Yes! Hot damn. Okay, this is the one I was talking about. So if we equip this, we can breathe underwater. On the first try, no less. That was amazing. All right, I'm going to leave the rest of that shit there. I don't think we can harvest anything worth harvesting off of him, but let's check. Yeah, nah, we don't need any of that stuff. Oh, that was awesome, guys. I wasn't expecting to get that on the very first try, but we did. That's amazing. Where we're really going to want that, of course, again, is when we go do the water dungeon. Sunken Temple, I guess it's called. All right, very good. So, last thing we're going to do for this episode is we're going to head over to the Tower of Bats, which is not too far over this way. So I'll meet you guys over there. Basically, we're going over to here. So we'll see you over there. Okay, so this is the place. Trying to remember, we're going to have to do some climbing to get up there. Probably want to go up that way, I think. Got another storm coming in. This guy's got a lot of stuff on him. All right, let's get that. Let's get ready for sand beasts. I just heard one somewhere. Oh, he's down there. That should be all of them. Okay, storm's over. Let's climb on up. Here we go. I was gonna say, I think there's something over here.
Slave. In the beginning, it was thus. The blackness of an utter void, with the cold winds of cosmic space blowing through it. We have not forgotten our origin, slave, nor the immensity of the void. Nightly, the star dreamers search the heavens for their wisdom, and at midnight, a moonbeam messenger carries the whispered dreaming back to the Warmaker, the Archivist, and the Priest King. Thus is our future read from the heavens and engraved on this earth. Your service here will bring you much honor.
Okay, I think this probably says the same thing.
Slave.
Yep, it does. Okay.
In the beginning.
All right, so we have another bat boss to defeat here. I don't think he's as tough as the one we just did, though. But if he is, well, we'll kill him.
Our origin, slave, nor the immensity of the void. Nightly, the star dreamers search.
Yeah, he's just a 1-star.
Carries the whispered dreaming back to the Warmaker, the Archivist, and the Priest King. Thus is our future read from the heavens and engraved on this earth. Your service here will bring you much honor.
Okay, so we got albino bat demon blood. Let's grab the staff of the triumvirate. I guess we don't put it in our thing. Here we go. Put it in here. Okay. So it's doing the little swirly thing. Put the albino blood in there. There we go. And now we are crafting the awakened staff of the triumvirate. There we go. Now do we equip it? Building is not allowed here. Okay. So I guess we... here we go. We can put it right here. Oh, no, we can't. Invalid building placement. There we go. Okay.
Yes! Yes! I live again! Oh, may the earth tremble at my coming! And all of that. Oh, hello! Well, I have you to thank for awakening me, yes?
Yes.
Oh, you've done a very great thing. My former masters were upset with my advice. I was thrown into that sewer in a fit of pique. Apparently, my endless wisdom was only at a premium when they were winning the war. Oh, pardon me. I've been trapped in a vat of slug feces for a few thousand years. Makes the throat a little raw. As if I have a throat. Now, on to the terms of our agreement. Now, I promise to serve you, providing wisdom and knowledge until the day I'm returned to the one who summoned me. And in return, you promise not to throw me into any sewers. Sound good? Excellent. Now, let's find out exactly where and when we are. I can see you're wearing a slave bracelet, which means we can't be that far from the capital, or you'd be a pile of exploded guts. So logically, we must find the map room. Now, I need to get the lay of the land. Oh, look at this place. I haven't seen such a mess since the fall of Fallujah. And look, the archivist. Oh, sorry-looking shade that he is. He could probably tell us something about the current situation. Besides, he used to be thick as thieves with my old master. Together, they created that bracelet you're wearing. He might be able to tell you how to get rid of it. Just don't believe anything he says about me. Oh, look at this place. I haven't seen such a mess since the fall of Fallujah. And look, the archivist.
Okay, so that's all he's got to say for now, but he will have other things to say later.
He could probably tell us something about the current situation.
Dismantle, return to inventory. Okay, so yeah, I guess I just couldn't remember. I guess we probably should have done this first before we went to the unnamed city, but it's not. I mean, it doesn't actually really matter. It would have been kind of nice to do it in order, but it's all good. Very cool. All right, guys. So, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up the episode here, and we are well on our way now to progressing through the main story of the game. Now, it is my intention, and I've already mentioned this, to also do, the heroes too, as a part of this playthrough. So at some point, fairly soon, I would think, we'll start that. We'll start that too. But, yeah, with that being said, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share out the video, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.